What's up guys? Bagels and Cheesy back again for another review. Today, as promised, finally, Transformers Generation 1 from the Encore line, Omega Supreme. Badass figure. Never had the original G1, so you know when the Encore line dropped one, I had to get it. Just an amazing figure. I really dig what they did with the face. In the Encore version, they added this little face here. And you can remove it if you want to. You just pop open this little piece of plastic here, and then you just slide out that piece. And then you put the orange plastic back on, and you won't have a face. However, I like the face. It's very, how do you say, kind of accurate with the face he had in G1, and in some of his comic representations he has a face. So, I like the face. But Omega Supreme, one of the Guardian robots, and he basically has a beef with the Constructicons, if I remember correctly, because basically he was their friend at one time, and they were converted by Megatron's Robo Smasher in the cartoon series, and that's how they were converted into bad guys. And Omega Supreme had been friends with them, and they actually lured him to this Robo Smasher so they could turn him as well, but he defeated and destroyed the Robo Smasher, and then proceeded to pursue the Constructicons around the universe, and until they ended up on Earth when he found out that they had joined Megatron's forces on Earth. And so there's a nice little backstory to the cartoon Omega Supreme. And his comic representations, I like him a lot better. He's a lot cooler looking in his comic representations, and a lot, I think, a better story. But he's definitely stronger in his cartoon appearances. So anyways, let's get to the figure in bot mode. He is just freaking big. Awesome figure. He's definitely got great articulation for his size of a figure. He's got the claw that opens up, and since these joints like snap into place, he you know, he doesn't, his arms can take the weight of his hands, so that's very cool. So you know, 90 degree at the elbow, full 360 right here. He has his backpack right there, which you can press on that tab to open up to remove his track pieces. And it's pretty cool because he, for as many pieces as he has in bot mode, if you put the full half pieces right here, he can store all of his pieces from his moon base mode, which is pretty cool, you know, given that he has a lot of pieces. Has this little gun on the back of his head, which in his tank mode is his turret. And as you'll see, he has a nice off and on switch right there because he walks. Probably can't capture too much of this with this camera, but you can see his face light up. So while he walks slowly, he definitely walks, which is awesome. And his face lights up. So very cool. That's a great gimmick. You don't see a lot of toys that walk that are Transformers, obviously. So very cool. As you just saw me do, this is where his batteries are stored. So if you wanted to quickly replace his batteries, you could just kind of pull that down, and there is where you swipe his batteries. So it's very nice of you know, Toybox, as I'll get to in a second, and I'll tell you about later. Toybox engineered that, which is pretty nice. You don't have to take any screws out or anything. Now, Toybox is what Takara was not able, well, not able not to do, but basically Hasbro licensed out of Japan. Instead of Takara, they licensed a company called Toybox to make these back in the 80s. So him and Skylynx are not licensed by Takara. They are licensed by Toybox, which is why Japan never got this mold until the 2008 release of this guy from the Encore line. So congratulations Japan, because, like, you know, that's an awesome mold, and I finally got mine, and I'm glad you guys can all finally get yours. So anyways, that is him in robot mode. Definitely badass, definitely menacing, worthy of his name of Supreme. So let's get to his transformation, which I'm going to do in a nice little fast forwarding fashion because he is a parts former, and that's going to take a little bit. So anyways, I'm trying this new stuff out. Let me know if you like the transformation, and then I will review him in his moon-based mode. This is him in his moon-based mode, and it's a really cool mode. The fact that you could take what was his main body is now a tank. See, so you just have his main body, which is turned into a tank. Very cool tank. I like the colors. I love the mold, and the fact that, you know, this is a product of the 1980s, even though this is the Encore one, it's a really good thing. So basically, this is his moon base mode, and you just kind of like take these wheels and align them to the track, and as you saw in the transformation, there's the on and off switch. So you can just kind of align his wheels to the track and turn this on and off switch on. And you get him going around, what's this, rocket with this little launch pad right here. I'll show you more of that in a minute. But while it's very loud, it's very cool because, let's face it, he's a motorized transformer. No, this is a very cool, very cool toy. So here's his rocket, and you do that by combining both of his arms. And there's his claw. And his backpack becomes this launch pad right here. And the two things that are on his legs form these little ramps that go up to the launch pad. So overall, I really love this Transformer. This is a giant, awesome, pretty kick-ass Transformer. I highly recommend you get it. You can get the Encore one, I think, from BigBadToyStore.com. for, I think, 80, 90 bucks now, which is like a fantastic price for this. I have zero complaints about this at all. He looks great in both modes. I keep him in robot mode because this takes up a pretty large space. But I appreciate you guys subscribing to me. This is kind of a couple weeks late, but it's a video for two things. One, for my good friend Karma, even though he just called me a chum on Twitter. he's been wanting to see this review for a long time, and I know he gives me a lot of bullshit, so this is for you, buddy. And number 2 is because of my subscribers. I hit over 100. I think I'm at like 114 now, but I really appreciate it. I can't emphasize that enough. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to me. And I hope you like this review. It's kind of a different format change. Trying to do on and off camera stuff now, and I'm going to start explaining stories behind Transformers more. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you later.